It's World War II in 39 minutes. Great Depression. Largest worldwide economic depression in history.
The stock market buckled and crashed, and the nation's economy plummeted into the Depression. By 1932, nearly 1 man out of 4 was unemployed. Working men spent their days on park benches.
So people. Chancellor, Nazi Germany.
Die Partei wird für alle Zukunft die politische Führungslese des deutschen Volkes sein, die wir in ihrer Lehre unveränderlich, in ihrer Organisation stahlhart, in ihrer Taktik biegsam und anpassungsfähig, in ihrem Gesamtbild aber wie ein Orden sein.
It's very intense. Spanish Civil War, 1939.
España cumple en los momentos actuales su designio providencial. Como en otras épocas, derrama ahora su sangre en defensa de la civilización.
Yes.
Shanghai has fallen to Japan. Before the final terrific onslaught of Japan's mechanized army, China is forced to withdraw beyond the Suchao Creek, and Japan's army commander controls all the native sections of the world's 6th largest city. These pictures show the final street-to-street and hand-to-hand battle, the house-to-house advance behind a smoke screen, with tanks snorting ahead through the narrow streets.
It's the sounds and skills okay.
Mit der Machtübernahme durch den Führer wird ein verarmtes, zerschlagenes, gedemütigtes und misshandeltes Deutschland zur Großmacht. Großdeutschland wird geschmiedet. Die Ostmark verbindet ihr Schicksal mit dem Reich. Das Sudetenland wird frei. Das Reichsprotektorat Böhmen und Mähren wird geschaffen.
Agreement. Czechoslovakia. Okay.
Von Ribbentrop, leaving Berlin for Moscow, ushers in a new, incomprehensible chapter in German diplomacy. What can Russia have in common with Germany to throw over the peace front, if she had?
Islam South terrifying. German invades Poland.
Unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
Yeah. Britain, France, Australia, Canada.
По приглашению правительства СССР для обсуждения с советским правительством вопросов, связанных с событиями в Польше, в Москву прибыл министр иностранных дел Германии господин фон Риббентроп. Господина фон Риббентропа встречали товарищ Потемкин, заместитель наркома иностранных дел, работники наркоминдела и весь состав германского посольства.
Atlantic.
Das Ziel ist erkannt, ein bewaffneter britischer Handelsdampfer. Der feindliche Dampfer entgeht nicht seinem verdienten Schicksal.
Jeez.
Weiter auf Kurs Nordwest, ein Geleitzug ist gemeldet, aus dem in mehrtägigen Kämpfen weitere Schiffe herausgeschossen werden. Die Schlacht auf dem Atlantik geht weiter.
The ship is sailing so close to the water. It's almost like a submarine. The Winter War.
Yes, Finland fights on in her great struggle for freedom, and her gallant troops actually push back the invaders to the Russian border. Actually, during this particular raid, the firemen dealt with many conflagrations. All this in a temperature 30 degrees below.
German invades Denmark and Norway. 9 April.
Und wünschen und glauben, wir möchten nicht nur sein die Enkel, die es besser ausfochten, sondern darüber hinaus die Ahnen spätester für das ewige Leben des deutschen und germanischen Volkes notwendiger Geschlechter.
This copyright material. You have to cut off the music due to copyright reasons. This play is terrifying. They invaded Poland. Okay.
Out from the hell that is Dunkirk, back from the steel thrust of the German war machine comes the BEF. They're worn out and footsore. They're hungry. For weeks they have been shelled and bombed from 3 sides. They had to stagger back to the sea to survive. They were betrayed, but never defeated or dispirited.
Jeez, okay.
Scendiamo in campo contro le democrazie plutocratiche e reazionarie dell'Occidente. Popolo italiano, corri alle armi!
Oh no, France. Soon to deliver. He's going to be taken over by Germany.
A été causée par la force mécanique. L'action foudroyante de cette force mécanique a amené l'effondrement du moral, du commandement et du gouvernement.
Yes, ship.
Le truppe italiane al comando del maresciallo Rodolfo Graziani hanno attaccato gli inglesi in Africa settentrionale.
Japan invades France into China.
In China, the forces of President Chiang Kai-shek, of the Nanking General, are gathering to resist the Japanese. The warlords of China, who for years have fought each other, are rallying against the alien invader.
The tripartite back. I have no idea what it is.
Der Führer empfängt den japanischen Außenminister zu einer längeren Aussprache. Die Besprechung über die schwebenden politischen Probleme verlief im Geiste der herzlichen Freundschaft, die Deutschland und Japan verbindet.
It's taking over. Uh-oh, London. Better not pretend.
We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the
Winston
air.
Churchill.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills.
Okay.
We shall never surrender.
1,500 aircrafts, 1,800 pilots. Greco-Italian War.
Le nostre truppe, intanto, marciano e combattono per la sua definitiva liberazione dal terroristico malgoverno greco.
Africa, Corps, Land in North America.
Es folgten harte Kämpfe am Gasmadauer, vor allem im Mai, die beinahe mit Kampfverhältnissen vor Verdun zu vergleichen sind. Aber der deutsche Soldat und neben ihm auch die italienischen Kameraden haben diese schwierigen Zeiten überstanden.
Children who are still at home, think continually of our friends and relations who have gone overseas, who have traveled thousands of miles to find a wartime home and a kindly welcome in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and the United States of America.
The continent is taking over. Okay, it's time for Soviet Union. Barbarossa. And alles Vehicle.
Vom Nordkap bis zum Schwarzen Meer schützt nunmehr die deutsche Wehrmacht zu Lande, zu Wasser und in der Luft, Seite an Seite mit Finnen und Rumänen Europa. Italien schließt sich spontan an, ebenso die Slowakei. Auf einer Frontbreite von 2400 Kilometern
Leningrad begins.
Глубоко под землей расположился командный пункт береговой обороны. На батарею передано донесение. На подступах к городу враг.
In the cold weather, they lose this.
За полный разгром немецких захватчиков. Смерть немецким оккупантам. Да здравствует наша славная Родина. Ее свобода, ее независимость. Под знаменем Ленина вперед к победе.
$6.5 million casualties. It's a lot of people. Demand neutrality. That one, Palaban. Yeah, I think I remember that.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Japan. There's Philippines. Yes. Music. Japan invades Guam, Thailand and Hong Kong. Japan invades Burma and thus is invades. Battle of Singapore. Music is still playing. Okay. Stops.
That means clearly and specifically that every human being
John Curtin.
is now, whether he or she likes it, at the service of the government to work in the defense of Australia.
Jeez, someone just died. She can be the cargo.
Die Bolschewisten kommen aus ihren Stellungen und Schützenlöchern heraus und geben sich gefangen. In endlosen Kolonnen strömen die Gefangenen zu den Sammelplätzen. Ihre Zahl erreicht fast 250.000.
Yeah, I can remember that Battle of Midway.
The Japs had carefully planned this sneak attack. They gambled all and lost. 3 Japanese battleships, possibly 4 cruisers, 3 transports, and 1 destroyer were sunk. The Battle of Midway became America's outstanding success, one that may decisively change the balance of striking power in the Western Ocean.
Battle of Stalingrad.
Не первый раз нашему народу приходится иметь дело с нападающим, зазнавшимся врагом. В свое время на поход Наполеона в Россию наш народ ответил Отечественной войной. И Наполеон потерпел поражение, пришел к своему краху.
It's just powerful.
We will stand and fight here. If we can't stay here alive, then let us stay here dead. I want to impress on everyone that the bad times are over. They are finished. Our mandate from the Prime Minister is to destroy the Axis forces in North Africa. I have seen it, written on half a sheet of notepaper. It can be done, and it will be done.
Present doors.
Consolidating their positions, United States mechanized units move quickly to cut railway lines and highways, to join United States forces in the northwest with the British in Libya. When the United Nations hold North Africa, the Axis will be open to attack from Sicily to Murmansk.
Guadalcanal. I don't know where that is. It's an island.
Army troops landing on a Guadalcanal beach to relieve the Marines who made such a successful blitz on the Japanese.
This documentary is very good. Stalingrad, largest battle in history. 1.1 million people died. Cemetery. Well, they don't show the thing. Oh yeah. Germany is about to destroy Tunisia.
The feat of arms performed by the superlative United Kingdom, Canadian and American combine has been instrumental in the disintegration of the fascist regime. A trilogy which tore one tyrant from his tottering throne.
Oh, another music. Battle of Cox. Digesting Berlin history, disgracing.
И уничтожить наши войска, сосредоточенные в Курском выступе. Осуществление этого плана открывало немцам дорогу на Москву. Но советское командование разгадало замысел противника.
$200,000 USSR and 60,000. Some people died. Italy surrenders.
Allied grand strategy against the fortress of Europe is about to be revealed as British and Canadians prepare to sail for the Italian mainland. Suddenly Mussolini, the sawdust Caesar, is kicked out of power. His balcony empire collapses.
Monte Cassino. Anti-Mahadet Montpel. Cheers, 1.5 million. Million people are dying. Tarap Narva. Soviet Union. Another music. Seems like Titanic music.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force. You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine.
Aggression.
Слава сталинским полководцам! Слава победителям, воинам Красной Армии, освобождающим от немецко-фашистских захватчиков землю нашей советской Родины!
Battle of the Philippine Sea. Seas, okay.
24 Japanese ships are sunk. 34 probably sunk
This
or
is a vehicle.
200 enemy planes shot down. 30 to 40% of the entire Japanese Navy out of action.
King Michael Cook.
The crushing pressure on Germany from Western Europe, the Balkans, Italy and Russia is steadily mounting. Bucharest, capital of Romania, shows in these pictures how her citizens welcome the news of the relief of their country from the grip of the Nazis.
Liberation Paris.
Enfin, la grande nouvelle s'est propagée. Les Français sont là. Cette fois, les derniers doutes disparaissent. Les dernières craintes s'envolent. Tout le monde donne libre cours à sa joie. En quelques instants, c'est une ville en fête qui acclame nos soldats et leurs vaillants camarades américains.
Operation Easy Go Japan controls mainland China.
Seems to have forgotten that there's still a war in the east, but not the Chinese. They know well that when they see Japanese troops on the horizon, they must fear the approach of death. That when they hear the distant boom of bombardment and the roar of warplanes overhead, that destruction and horror are again sweeping towards them.
Pleasant Market Garden. There's a lot of people.
Für Sie ist die Operation Berlin, wie General Eisenhower dieses Unternehmen bezeichnet, zu Ende. Sie haben sich abermals damit abfinden müssen, dass der von Churchill für diese Tage festgesetzte Termin der deutschen Kapitulation nicht nur erneut auf unbestimmte Zeit vertagt werden musste, sondern niemals in Frage kommen wird.
The Warsaw Uprising. The music. I think I know this music. Warsaw is destroyed by war rams. Belgrade offensive. Jeez. The missile. Okay. Battle of Leyte Gulf. Largest naval battle in history.
2 years ago, when I landed on your soil, I said to the people of the Philippines whence I came, I shall return. Tonight, I repeat those words.
Malayas Racing Battle. Vistula Water Offensive. Poland and Germany is about to be invaded.
В начале ход войны был неблагоприятным для нас. Мы терпели военные неудачи. Враг подбирался к сердцу нашей Родины, Москве, и готовился торжествовать победу. Перешла в решительное наступление, очистила от врага советскую землю, перенесла войну на территорию Германии.
Swiss is liberated by the Red Army. Okay, another song. Battle of the Bulls. Okay. Holy shit. There's a lot of people in there. Battle of the Zone. Okay, the music finally stops. Yalta Conference. Yep, yeah. Okay, that's disturbing. Nice invade Germany.
We passed over a destroyed land. utterly destroyed. You who have not seen it do not know what hell looks like from the top. That's what Germany looks like. That's what Austria looks like. That the 8th Air Force and the 3rd Army worked on looks like.
Okay, what about Japan? Japan is taking over. Ito Iwo Jima.
To win this tiny 8-square-mile area, 4,000 of them have died, and 20,000 Japanese. Iwo Jima has proven the toughest, bloodiest battle the Marines have ever fought.
Ginawa. Japan has a lot of deaths. Battle of Westman.
今天铁军已被我们盟邦空洞打倒了，这我们并不要报复，更不可对铁国无辜人民加以侮辱。我们只有对他们为他的纳粹军国所愚弄、所屈迫表示怜悯。
Kami ist offiziell Schorieren.
Es wird auch in diesem Kampf nicht Innerasien siegen, sondern Europa und an der Spitze jene Nation.
As a reminder, Hitler was escaped in South America or something.
Die seit 1.500 Jahren Europa als Vormacht in den Osten vertreten hat und in alle Zukunft vertreten wird.
Battle of Berlin. Some epic music.
После упорных уличных боев завершили разгром берлинской группы немецких войск и сегодня, 2 мая, полностью овладели столицей Германии, городом Берлином.
Within Europe. Okay.
Germany, the enemy who drove all Europe into war, has been finally overcome.
It's nice.
Now we turn to deal with our last remaining foe.
Sabihin sa place ng Manchuria.
Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince, and to impress him, takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
Yes. Wait, is that the bomb? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the best setting for Japan. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 2 cities. 139K to 226K. Victory in the Pacific.
ここに重量なる男児親民に次ぐ秦和帝国政府を応して米英蘇四国に対しその共同宣言を受諾する旨通告せしめたおり
Nuremberg trials.
Ich habe alles getan, die durch Verhandlungen
ausgebrochen, durch Kriege zu unterjochen, zu morden, zu rauben.
Okay. $34 million top USSR, China, das ist Indies, Poland, Germany. So USSR is China was severed there.
An iron curtain has descended across the continent. Behind that line lie all the capitals of the ancient states of Central and Eastern Europe. Warsaw, Berlin, Prague, Vienna, Budapest, Belgrade, Bucharest, and Sofia.
Though the present situation is dangerous, we do not believe that war is inevitable. There is no conflict between the legitimate interests of the free world and those of the Soviet Union that cannot be settled by peaceful means. We will continue to take every honorable step we can to avoid general war, but we will not engage in appeasement. The world learned from Munich that security cannot be bought by appeasement.
Okay. We have to meet this how Cold War up to 1981. Okay. I think it's the end of the video there. It was a very informative video right there. It's crazy how many people died in that war. The USSR suffered like most casualties. Just leave a like and also this video.